said, I have a review on the new Huda Beauty concealers. They sent me these for review purpose. These are actually from the Glowish line and are called the Bright Light Sheer Concealer. They sent me 2 shades. Let me go ahead and show you guys a up close of these. This is Fair Light and this is Light, and you can see the difference in tone there. Light for me is actually the shade that I would use underneath my eyes, and Fair Light would actually be more of a brightening shade. These actually have a doe foot applicator on the inside and are made in Italy. They come with 0.35 fluid ounces on the inside and are $27. They are available already at Sephora if you're interested in them. I will have a demo as well at some point in this video. If you're looking for a timestamp, you can find it down below. That being said, let's get into the claims on this. I have been testing this out for about 3 days and I have some thoughts on it. This concealer is sheer to light coverage. If you are a all glam, full coverage type of person, this is not going to be the concealer for you unless you're somebody who's looking to layer this. And this is going to be for someone who's looking for brightness, for glowiness, for something more natural. It is supposed to give you a well-rested look. It has a luminous to satin finish, is transfer proof, fragrance free. It comes in 15 shades, and I think I already said it's available already at Sephora. And it is for anyone who wants an easy to use concealer with brighter, luminous, and well-rested under eyes. It has blueberry seed oil that is an antioxidant rich to give defense against oxidative stress. I'm not sure what that is. It's an imbalance of free radicals and antioxidants. Basically, it's skincare. It also has caffeine, which is to help reduce puffiness. It has prickly pear extract to help with hydration. It's rich in vitamins and antioxidants. It has sodium hyaluronate, which attracts moisture to help with hydration underneath the skin. It's Glowish is the skincare line, which is vegan friendly. It is certified with 100% recyclable, not animal tested. The packaging is post-consumer recyclable material, and also Glowish is a clean line from Sephora. So you could use this to highlight certain areas of your face. You could do it for the inner corner, your brow bone, or to do like certain areas of your face, high points of your face. That being said, I have used this underneath my eyes for brightening. Today I layered it on top because when I'm filming I like a little bit more coverage, but you will see in the demo portion of this I use it by itself and then I layer it to give myself more of a medium coverage, just to show you guys that you can layer this for a little bit more coverage. That being said, let me go ahead and show you guys some swatches. I'm going to show you guys shade Light and then shade Fair Light. So Light is more of a peachy tone shade, which I really like because it's the kind of shade that's gonna help counteract my under eye circles. So here is Light. Okay, focus. Here is Light and here is Fair Light. So Fair Light for me would be more for brightening and Light would be more for concealing. Let me go ahead and jump into the demo portion so you guys can actually see the application of this, how it blends out, and how it looks underneath the eye. For the try on portion, let's go ahead and apply some underneath my right eye. I'm going to put some on the inner corner and the outer corner. This is more of a sheer concealer as it states, so I'm going to distribute this with a brush. I do really enjoy a brush more than a sponge. That is just a personal preference, but it being a sheer concealer, I do recommend a brush because it's going to absorb less product compared to a sponge. So let's go ahead and just blend this out, and as you can see there, it's giving hardly any coverage, so I'm going to apply a little bit more So very, very sheer. So if you're scared of a lot of coverage, this is definitely for you. It's very, very natural looking. So for those who are into a very natural looking coverage, this is definitely for you. So there you can see quite a bit of difference. You can still see a little bit of my under eye circles peeking through, but it does give a little bit of coverage, but still very natural looking. It does give like that radiance, like a buildable radiance to it. So let's go ahead and build it up a little bit more. I'm gonna put another layer on here. And it is like very liquidy where you can build it up. So it's not like super thick where you can't build it up. So that is basically the coverage that you're going to get from it. I feel like that's as buildable as it's going to get. It's probably going to get a medium coverage. You're not going to get a super full coverage from this, but I do like the way it looks. It's not going to look super cakey. I really enjoy the way this looks. It looks very beautiful underneath the eyes. I feel like it doesn't like sink into the deep lines the way that other concealers look, which I really like because it doesn't age you. And you do have to set this in place. And I am going to use the Huda Beauty Cherry Blossom. I'm just going to use a little bit of the powder with my Sonia G brush. And I'm just going to buff this underneath. And I do feel like you do need to set this in place for it to really set and for it to stay in place. But that's what it looks like. I really enjoy this concealer. I've been testing it out probably like 3 days now, and the longevity is there. I went to a butterfly farm. It was really hot. I sweated and it wore off a little bit, but it was still underneath my eyes. For my thoughts on this concealer, I have to say I feel like this concealer can be used a variety of different ways. The first way is for somebody who's into more natural, radiant looking skin, especially now with summer and spring around the corner. If you live in hot, humid areas like I do, I used this the other day to go to a butterfly farm. I was sweating like crazy and this baby held up. I was super surprised at the longevity of it. I like the fact that I am getting older. I have under eye lines in there, and I like the fact that it doesn't accentuate those lines. And because it's more of a sheer liquidy formula, it just blends in there. It gives a little bit of coverage but doesn't look heavy. It doesn't accentuate those lines. It doesn't look, you know, where it makes you look older. And a lot of concealers can tend to do that, where it actually makes you look older and you're like, damn it, why did I even put concealer? Because now I look even older than what I am. And I really like that about this concealer, that it actually doesn't make you look older. It just kind of gives you a little bit of coverage and looks nice. And does it give you a full-on coverage? No. But does it give you enough coverage where it radiates and looks pretty? Yes. So this is nice for those like natural, everyday kind of looks. And not everybody is like a full glam everyday, like damn, you know, glam Kim Kardashian kind of look day. I feel like the average person does not wear like Tarte face tape underneath their eyes every day. So I feel like most people would be drawn to this kind of concealer and would really highly enjoy it. So I feel like the majority of people would like this, and yeah, so this would be for that kind of natural kind of look. The second way that I feel like most people could use this is layering it, like for example applying this as a first layer and then applying, for example, a heavier concealer in a light fashion on top. And what I mean by that is applying like a light layer of this, and then instead of going like heavy with like a heavier concealer, just applying like a lighter layer of that heavier concealer on top. Because you already have a light layer of this on the bottom, you wouldn't need as much of that other concealer on top of this one. So that would be a great way of not using as much of a heavier concealer that can cake up and make you look older. So I feel like this is a great way of using less of a heavier concealer and, adding a little bit more coverage and not having to use as much of some of these thicker concealers. So I feel like this could be used in various ways. You could also highlight different points of your face. Some people could actually use this as like all over foundation. It just depends on what you want or how you would use it. I think that this concealer is really, really nice. The glowiness that it gives to the skin and underneath the eye is absolutely beautiful. The longevity that it gave underneath my eyes, I really highly enjoyed. I overall highly recommend, if you're somebody who enjoys the coverage that you saw in this video, if you're looking for something that's not going to like crease and cake underneath those lines and you don't mind a lighter coverage. Let me know what your thoughts are on this concealer. Are you a full glam, like full on, need full coverage underneath your eyes, or do you want to try something like this? As always, you could go to Sephora and ask for a little bit of a sample or test it out in store and see if it's for you. For me, I will keep playing around with this and let you guys know further down the line if I truly fall in love with it. First impression, like I've used this 3 days. I really do like this. I do see myself layering this, or the days that I go out a lot with my son and wear like a BB cream. I do see myself wearing this by itself, like with a BB cream, because I do kind of wear lighter foundation and lighter concealers when I'm by myself with my son. I don't wear like a lot of heavy makeup. I wear a lot of heavy makeup like when I'm filming or going somewhere special, but to go like out with my son, I don't wear like a lot of heavy makeup. I tend to wear like a BB cream or like a powder foundation, and I feel like this concealer I'm going to wear a lot with that type of product. Let me know if you guys are in the same boat as me, but I do feel like I'm going to use this a lot. Definitely check out my Instagram for more updates on this, but so far it has my approval. I do really like it, and I do like the way it looked underneath my eyes, and yeah, I really enjoyed the way it looked and the way it didn't like cake up. It didn't like sink into my under eyes where it like caked up and creased up. It really looked really beautiful. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions whatsoever, leave them down below. And yeah, I hope you will subscribe if you're new here. I have social media, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.